Okay, if anyone knows anything about anything, it's one, I got a haircut for about $5. Uh, two, Donald Trump made a tweet that was can't say anything but racist and stupid. Now, because I remember the 2016, 2017 phenomena of basically white people not being able to breathe without being called a racist, yes, that happened. That was a period in time. I'm hesitant to call someone flat out racist unless they specifically mention someone's skin color in a derogatory way or race. And I don't call Islamophobic people racist because the Muslims aren't a race. People, the Young Turks seem to forget that. Um, but in this case, I can't help but just say, yeah, Trump is a total fucking racist in this instance. I mean, sure he's a racist in others, but in this case, he definitely is a fucking racist. He said this. So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe. The worst, most corrupt and inept anyone in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all, now loudly and viciously telling people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, how our government is to be run. Why don't you go back to and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came, then come back and show us how it's done. These places need your help badly, and you can't leave fast enough. I'm sure Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements. That was cringy to read in my head, much less out loud. Okay. He is giving a, why don't you go back to where you came from instead of speaking Spanish in Walmart, stupid argument. Okay. Hey, dipshit. You're talking about congresswomen. So you're obviously talking about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Anya Presley, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar. But hey, dipshit. 3 out of those 4 were born in the United States. You know what countries 3 out of 4 of those women are from? New York, Michigan, and Ohio. Only Ilhan Omar, born in Somalia, is from another country. But she's also an American citizen, hence the fact that she's in Congress. For men like him who grew up in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, for him, the de facto definition of American is white. As I said before, because I remember 2016 and 2017 where white people couldn't even walk without being accused of racism. But this is just flat out, just him being a flat out fucking racist. You know, and he's sort of right. Those corrupt and inept countries, for 3 out of 4 of those women, actually for all 4, um, for 3 of them, it's the United States. America has become corrupt and inept, and Somalia, after so much deregulation, and a dictatorship, has become corrupt and inept. But we're not talking about Somalia. We're talking about the United States. He he just can't help himself. He doesn't even think about this he doesn't even do his research. Like I looked up Anya Presley, Rashida Tlaib, and Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is from New York, Trump's home state. And look, here's the thing. Get this out of the way. Um, some people know that Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is Puerto Rican, but what some people don't know is that Puerto Rico is not an independent country. It is although Spanish speaking, it is a American territory, and therefore, if you were born in Puerto Rico, you are an American citizen by birth. The only difference is you pay maybe you don't pay federal income taxes. I'm not sure, and also electoral college wise, they don't vote in the election. Maybe popular, but not the electoral college. But even if in the 1970s Puerto Rico became an independent country before AOC's birth, she would still be an American because guess what? AOC was born in the United States, New York. Rashida Tlaib was born in Michigan. Anya Presley was born in Ohio. Again, the only foreigner of those 4 is Ilhan Omar. She's still an American. Some people don't know that Puerto Ricans that Puerto Rico is a territory. She's still an American, even if she was born there. This isn't the most racist thing he's done. This isn't the most racist thing that he said, and he's going to say something worse soon. He's going to double down because Trump never admits that he's wrong. He's going to double down on this. I guarantee you. It's like, when are we going to get over this fact that the definition of American doesn't automatically mean white? Now, yes, most of this country is white, but there are, people who aren't white. I don't call them people of color because I view that as a divisive term. And also, how is it any different than colored people, which was the term way back when? How is it any different than saying
we're looking for a colored fugitive named Jesse Hunter?
But this is obviously, he looks at these women and thinks, well, they're not white, so they're foreign enough. Am I right? And this isn't on impeachable offense. This is more, or another reason why he should be voted out of office next year. Oh, there's plenty of reasons for him to be impeached, but because Nancy Pelosi's getting paid not to, it's not going to happen. We're setting a precedent where you can just do anything, but there are so many reasons why he should be impeached. This isn't one of them, but, there are multiple reasons why he should be impeached. He refuses our subpoenas. He thinks he is a king. He thinks he is above the law. He brands anyone who doesn't agree with him as criminals or fake news. He harasses people. He encourages harassment. But, simply saying something that's racist isn't impeachable. But I've lost my country. I want it back. That's why I'm voting for Bernie next year. He will work with these women. And for women, or for Congress people, whether man or woman, that he disagrees with, he's not going to say, oh, well, why don't you go back to your countries where you came from, the rat-infested places. He won't just say it. He'll either say, they are just simply not right. They're not correct. Bernie Sanders doesn't reduce to insulting people on a petty or racist level. We need to get rid of Trump. If we can't be impeachment, then it will have to be with the election. I wish I could get, as I mentioned, the genie. I wish, my first wish, Trump removed from office. Second wish, Bernie to be president. And third wish, genie, you're free. I can only hope for Bernie to be elected. Well, people, that's my video. Stay awesome, stay progressive, and as always, may the force be with you.
Given the choice between doing what is right and doing what is not right, His Majesty's government will take the latter course every time. The King refuses our petitions. He has branded us rebels. The question is not whether, by a declaration of independence, that we should make ourselves something we are not, but whether we should declare a fact something which already exists.